Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, I'm gonna talk about what Terence Crawford said in an interview with Radio Raheem. I'm gonna do a stream, and I'm gonna talk about that because that one is gonna be a stream, and I'm gonna keep it 100, and I'm gonna talk about that later on. But speaking of boxing, let me talk about well, the numbers appear to be out with Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios, and as expected, the fight was an epic failure. It was abysmal as far as numbers go. Now, the first numbers that came out, they're saying that this fight did around 40,000, but there are other numbers that's saying that this fight did around 30,000, which that's probably not even profitable. But at the end of the day, let's just keep it a buck. Nobody asked for this fight. I know it was a eliminator bout, but once again, it was a questionable eliminator bout. How did Mario Barrios put himself in a position to even fight for possibly a title shot when this was his welterweight debut? So you already see the politics, or should I say the politics that's in hand, and what was going on. It's just been a lot of politics in boxing, and this is what is hurting the sports. It's just too many politics. Real talk. I mean, that fight had no business being on pay-per-view. Just like Ortiz versus, Martin had no business being on pay-per-view. It's a good fight, but it had no business being on pay-per-view. I mean, let's just be honest. Let's keep it a buck. But nobody keeps it a buck these days. At the end of the day, I've been saying this for the longest, that the PBC been doing this. That their numbers for their fights are not what they're telling us. While you got people being sued because they didn't allegedly pay anybody, and it's just a lot of issues going on. It's just a lot of issues going on behind the scenes. You hearing that once again that they're begging Canelo to come back. So it didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me because once again, nobody asked for that fight. Nobody asked for Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios. So it was just a lot of question marks surrounding that fight. So it didn't surprise me that it did the numbers that it did. Now, we will never find out what the real numbers were, but nevertheless, 39,000 or between 30 to 39,000 is abysmal. But at the end of the day, you didn't see hardly nobody making videos about the numbers that this fight did. But at the same time, these were the same dudes that were trying to make videos about Terence Crawford versus Sean Porter doing 112,000. Well, 112,000 or 120,000 look a hell of a lot better than 39,000. So, but you had people making videos trying to, poke fun at Terence Crawford though. So, it is what it is. It's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.